What's up, Chuckers? Producer Mike here, and this is your Served 5 Setter, a weekly roundup of all things racket sports, 5 stories in 10 minutes or less. Today is November 21st, and this is what we got for you. Show me the money. Prize money, that is, plus college tennis crowns its champions. Top stars call for Davis Cup changes and a dynamic duo down under. But first, the most obvious announcement in the history of sports. Roger Federer is officially headed to the International Tennis Hall of Fame. The GOAT received the news via a Zoom call led by our friend Kim Kleisters, along with a Brady Bunch-esque collection of legends. Check out this post from the Hall of Fame.
In addition to all the fans that you have here, we have some fans and friends of yours that wanted to join virtually from all around the world.
So many of you. Thank you. Hello, everybody. Nice to see you, Patrick. Nice to see you.
Hey, Roger.
Thank you,
Roger, congratulations.
It is my great honor to officially let you know that you are going to be inducted into the International Tennis Hall of Fame in 2026.
Thank you.
The International...
You can check out the whole video in our newsletter. Roger will not be the only great going to the Hall this summer in Newport. Broadcaster, journalist, and former player Mary Carrillo will also be inducted as a contributor. The great Billie Jean King had this message for the 6-time Emmy winner.
You have blazed a trail in sports commentary and journalism and are setting an example for young people everywhere, especially girls and women in and out of sports. You are an amazing storyteller with a unique perspective and deep knowledge of the game, and we need more like you in our sport and in our world. I'm so happy for you. Welcome to the club, and we can't wait to celebrate you in Newport next August 2026.
On to set number 2, where we are sticking with the Hall of Famer theme. Former world number 1 and International Tennis Hall of Fame inductee Lleyton Hewitt came out of retirement to team up with his 16-year-old son, Cruz, at the NSW Open this week in Sydney. The duo dominated their match, crushing fellow Aussies Hayden Jones and Pavle Marikov 6-0, 6-1, dropping just one game in their first showdown at the ATP Challenger event. However, the father-son run was short-lived, losing their next match on Thursday to Dave Sweeney and Callum Puttergill 7-5, 6-4. Hewitt hadn't played a sanctioned event since officially retiring in 2020. Congrats on the big week to the Hewitt family. Now let's talk cheddar. Sportico just dropped their 2025 prize money tracker, and let me tell you, it has been a banner year for the bank accounts of the world's best tennis players. Topping the list is world number 2 Jannik Sinner with $19.1 million in prize money this year. And you might be saying, Sinner's number 1? What about Carlos, the world number 1? Well, you guessed it, Carlitos is number 2 on the list by a mere $300K, coming in at $18.81 million. Next, we have a string of women, including Aryna Sabalenka coming in at over $15 million, followed by Iga at $10 million, Rybakina at $8.4, Goff at $7.9, and Amanda Anisimova, who more than doubled her career earnings this year by taking home $7.2 million. 3 men round out the top 10, showcasing the parity of prize money in tennis, with the top 5 men on the list collectively bringing in roughly $54 million, and the top 5 women some $48 million combined. Of the top 50 on the list, 23 are women, 27 are men. For perspective, of the 15 all-time prize money earners, 8 are active players, with Novak, of course, having brought home the most with over $190 million and counting. Cha-ching. On to set number 4. The Davis Cup Final 8 kicked off this week in Bologna, Italy, with 2 of tennis's biggest stars missing from the rosters. Both Jannik Sinner and Carlos Alcaraz elected to sit out this year's event, citing rest and recovery needs. Concerns over players' ability to participate in the Davis Cup have become louder in recent years, many citing the congested calendar. Alcaraz recently voiced his opinion during the ATP Finals in Turin, saying he thinks the tournament should be played every 2 to 3 years instead of annually. When asked about Carlos's comments, Sinner had this to say.
There's been some discussion about maybe the Davis Cup it would benefit the competition and the players if rather than being every year, it was, say, every 2 years or every 3 years. Carlos was talking about it yesterday, and he said, yeah, that might be a good idea. I just wondered what your thoughts were on that.
Yeah, I mean, Davis Cup is a very interesting topic, you know. For me, every player has its own opinion, but I think, you know, playing with this scheduled Davis Cup, it's difficult that you have every year from every country the best players in the world. That what I would like, or that what I could see potentially in the future, having Davis Cup throughout 2 years, you know, so you can also set up, you know, the semifinals in the beginning of the year.
Yannick goes on to advocate for bringing back home and away matches, noting that playing on neutral sites diminishes the Davis Cup feeling. We are rooting for an incredible finish to this year's event, but I have to agree with the big two here. What do you all think? Let us know in the comments. And finally, the 2025 NCAA Division I Singles and Doubles Championships are taking place right now at the USTA National Campus in Orlando, Florida, with the men's and women's tournaments getting underway on Tuesday. Defending men's champion Michael Jung has rolled through to the quarterfinals, which will be played today, Friday, November 21st. Last fall, the Columbia Lion, shout out Rory the Lion, became the first Ivy Leaguer to win the singles chip since 1992. Jung has showed promise outside of the college system, winning 3 straight ATP Challenger titles this summer, holding a 15-match win streak during the stretch. Jung shocked many by deciding to come back for his senior season. Clearly, he liked the view from the top and wanted more of it. Also making waves from a school outside the Power Four, Savannah Dada Moskal. The App State senior earned the number 4 seed in the tournament, riding in with a record 10-1 on the season. In a round of 16 match on Thursday, Savannah fought back from being down 0-3 in the third to advance to the quarterfinals. She will also play today. This is the final year of the NCAA's pilot program, putting the individual championships in the fall, a scheduling change which allows athletes to play tour-level events in the spring and the summer. See Michael Zhang. I bet this will come back. Recent singles champions have gone on to be pretty good at the next level, including Ben Shelton, Emma Navarro, Daniel Collins, Nothing Major's Steve Johnson, and friend of the show and Hall of Famer Bob Bryant. If you're interested in watching, you can dial up the matches on ESPN Plus this weekend. All right, now let's close it out with this week's tiebreak trivia. Who is the last men's NCAA singles champion to win a men's single slam title? Want the answer without the hassle of searching the internet? Just sign up for our 5-Setter newsletter. Link in the show description, and we will share the answer to the tiebreak trivia, as well as the rest of the top stories from the week. Plus, you can find the weekend draw so you know what to watch, where, and when. Be sure to hit the subscribe button on YouTube or follow us on your favorite podcast platform to stay up on all things served. This is a production of Served Media, made possible by Techie Sean and all of the team behind the scenes. We will not be around next week because it will be Thanksgiving, and I'm going to be recovering from eating too much turkey. But you should check out our Black Friday sale of all of our merch. See you guys in a couple weeks. Bye.